Good day, everybody. Assalamualaikum. I'm Ismat and I'll be presenting to you my little research about medical abbreviations that can be found in discharge summaries, in particular the electronic discharge summaries in the Malaysian context. There is a recent study in the Malaysian context which shows alarming effect on the use of abbreviations. In this study, a survey by Coe et al. In 2015 shows that there are doctors and nurses who acknowledge they have made wrong diagnosis and even given a wrong therapy due to the misinterpretation of abbreviations in the clinical notes. And there are more studies that shows how common medical abbreviations are, and we would like to know what is the landscape on the use of abbreviations in the Malaysian context, especially when it is now in electronic form. What we did was we extracted discharge summaries in a centralized system in the Malaysian Health Data Warehouse, grouped these clinical notes into three types, which are cardiology notes documented by senior doctors, the cardiology notes documented by junior doctors, and also notes from the general medicine specialty and documented by junior doctors. What they need to do was, what we need to do as annotators was to find abbreviations and tag them using an annotation tool called BRAD. And then for each abbreviation that they found, give the correct expansion for it. And this method of annotation is a manual annotation which can refer to stubs in 2012. From the annotation work, we did two types of analysis, descriptive as well as a content analysis that looks into the word formation, or basically how abbreviations are formed. Interestingly, we find that our clinical notes contain abbreviations that are about 14 to 27%, and we also find that junior doctors tend to write longer and they use abbreviations more frequently. As for ambiguous abbreviations, out of the total abbreviations, 1/4 of the abbreviations are ambiguous. The ambiguous abbreviations can go up to 7 senses, and this happens as disciplines are combined. So that means more ambiguous. The abbreviations become more ambiguous as more disciplines are combined. From the abbreviations that we extracted from our annotation, we elicited about 11 features of the abbreviations, and this can actually help when we develop automated ways to detect abbreviations. What should we look into? Well, first, if any word is truncated, contracted, if there are acronyms where the first letter represents the word, the length of the character, they are often short. Most of them stands between 2 to 3 characters long. If the word contains symbols and numbers, if the word contains a period character in between two single letters, the existence of X character in a word, we should pay attention to the plurality, that sometimes the letter S at the end does not represent any word, but it's just a plural for the abbreviation. We should also pay attention to words that are disguised as abbreviations. So in a way, there are English words that are short and meaningful, but they are also disguised as an abbreviation. We should also pay attention to the position of the word before and after. So for example, MG here, and if it's preceded by number 20 and another abbreviation, it may be an abbreviation. And lastly, we should pay attention to the root word. This is very important when you want to expand the abbreviation correctly, whether ABD stands for abdomen or abdominal, and so forth. So in this study, we can say that abbreviations are common. We found out the landscape of the abbreviations that are used in the Malaysian discharge notes. We know that junior doctors tend to write longer and uses more abbreviations, and this indicates that we need to create awareness among doctors, especially when abbreviations are used in between disciplines, notes that are shared across disciplines, in referral letters, and so forth. And the 11 features that we have elicited, we hopefully it can be used to detect abbreviations in automated ways, which is the next chapter in my research. Thank you for listening in. We would like to, if you have any question, do contact us. And we can be reached through emails as well as LinkedIn. Thank you very much.